Yo, what's up, guys? This is the Prophet, aka Play Shadowrun. If you'll excuse me a minute, I got a cough. I'm totally doing this random, so you might hear me cough and choke. A little bit of grin, you know. I gotta do what I gotta do while I do what I do. And I decided to, since I recorded this on PC and you can't actually hear the teams talking, that I would go ahead and do a little bit of commentary on it. This is ShadowrunShow.com's tournament for the 10th of November 2013. And this is actually the final game of the tournament. And we got Team Obnoxious, which consists of Noxious, Jar, Libero Chick, and Jono. Frankly, I think they should have named the Team Obnoxious, but you know, that's just me. And as you can see earlier, Noxious is all about spreading the love and shit, so, you know. Out there he is again. You can't blame him. He's so popular. Anyway, we can go ahead and talk about how, this really isn't fair. I mean, Noxious and Jono, both UK players, put on the same team with Jar. Jar's good on his own, but when you put them with Noxious, they're a really good team together. So and then you throw Jono in there, and Libero Chick, of course, she's pretty good too. They got a pretty solid team, and two of them are actual private players versus a team of nothing but public players. I mean, yeah, the dude and LC, you know, everybody's got a little damn private experience, but they're mostly pro players. But they're going up against predominantly a private team. Now, in all reality, if you're going to have these teams and you want it to be accessible for most people who only play pubs, you don't want to have these kind of teams formed together. Noxious and Jono shouldn't be together. Noxious and Newly Dead, like the week before's tournament, shouldn't be together because they're going to dominate regardless. Unless, of course, you have another team that's got a couple of private players on it that are actually good. And take a team of like Reaction and Bloody L put together, or any number of players that actually play privates. But, you know, Noxious paired with any other private player, they're going to dominate. And that's what happened this past tournament. There was only 4 teams, and I don't even know if they even lost a single match. I didn't catch nothing but the last game, and that's what we're watching now. But as you can see by this game, Noxious racks up kills. Their team pretty much dominates every round, and it's, you know, it could be a whole lot better experience if some of these players were just separated up a little bit more. I know the week before when they had Newly and Noxious on the same team, they decided to keep them from playing. But Noxious ended up playing anyway, and he's on a team with Jono and Jar. You know, you can't forget Jar. Jar and Noxious are grade A, top-notch butt buddies. I mean, you catch them two in a game together, they're rezzing each other real good. They're watching each other's back real good. They're teabagging together real good, you know. And clearing bodies, you can't throw that out there. They love to piss people off with that. But basically, you know, they shouldn't be on the same team. And hopefully in the future tournaments, they'll do better at keeping them separated, because that's the only way people are going to come back, is if they feel like they have a chance. I wouldn't play in it myself going up against those teams, because there's no way. I mean, because the people I'm going to team with are pub players. We play in random games. We don't play a lot of 4 versus 4 team matches where we all stick together. And that was mainly the problem with this game. Even this team we're watching later on in the game, they get so comfortable that they start separating, and they're not even close together, and everybody's doing that on both teams, and it's like, you know, it's not really fun to watch. But I watched it, and I recorded it, and here it is for you to see. It's thrilling, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I mean, I probably should be watching Jono or Noxious right now, but I want to give other people some FaceTime. See, you know, they're just going round after round, dominating this thing. And everybody on the other team, you got LC, Lazy Barracuda, Sinister Mouth, the dude, they're all good players, and they're all good together in pubs, but they're not used to playing as a team, and you're randomly throwing teams together, and then you got another team that you're playing up against right now. You know, it's just too much. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. If they want to keep doing it the way they're doing it, that's fine. You know, I just hope you know, I wish them the best, and I hope they succeed with every tournament they have. I know the tournament before last, the one before the one we're watching now, they had up to 6 teams. Excuse me while I take a toke. I'll get back to what I was saying in a minute. I got my daughter outside my door yelling at me. I don't want to yell at her on the mic, so I'm going to postpone that for a minute, because I hate for y'all to hear me yelling at my kids. I do that sometimes. I get crazy with it. I get crazy. You might want to call social services or something. Get your kids taken away. Then I get crazy. Anyway, back on track. We're talking about Saturday. We're talking about this match we're watching. I mean, I'm not going to tell you the outcome, but we pretty much know the outcome here. And, I mean, you know, what else can you say? These guys are good players, and you put them together, they're just going to keep playing good. And now, I mean, let me go into some detail about what you're seeing when it comes to this editing that I'm doing. If you haven't noticed, I am an extra player on a team, and actually reactions on the other team. This game was live streamed, I assume, with his own little commentary on it. And if you want to check him out, of course, go to, I think it's Twitch at In Shape, or maybe even Shadowrun TV. I don't know. I don't understand the In Shape thing. Unless it's just milking for people to watch. You think they're watching a In Shape channel, but they're really watching Shadowrun, which is cool. You know, that's what you gotta do. And that could even put me onto the thing about the spam that I get from Shadowrun shows tournaments. Man, you know, reactions one thing, sending me messages, but I got complete random sending me messages, 2 or 3 messages back to back, and it's like, yeah, I got the first message. Don't keep sending me messages. I mean, take the time to view your list of people you're sending those messages to. Don't just randomly send them. You know, keep them from them going to people that don't need them. Ooh, yeah. Unfortunately, this little section right here, I thought it was lag at first, but frankly, all it took was me turning my recording off and turning it back on. It seemed to clear it up, so I can't tell if it's lag or frame rate drops. It's one or the other. But as you can see, it kind of stuttered a little bit. But now you see, in the very next round, it's back the way it needs to be. Which we can actually watch clearly as they dominate each round. There's 5-0 right now. It's going to be 6-0. Basically an 8-minute massacre. Good players looking like they're not doing too good because of the situation they're in. I mean, and not to mention, I really don't understand people's fixation with Pinnacle in a private match. I really don't like Pinnacle myself for private matches. In pubs, it's all good, but I don't know what it is about Pinnacle on private. But, you know, the private players tend to love it, and that's what they like to stick with. Nice little shotgun kill by Jar. It's probably the only kill I even got of him in the whole game. It's mostly been Jono, and you know what I was talking about earlier, the teams are all separated. Look, their troll is over here getting gusted. Nobody's apparently worried about coming and rezzing them. They might be caught up somewhere else, but how is the whole other team caught up somewhere else? Unless they're dead already, of course, which I don't think they are. I think they're somewhere fighting. Like there went somebody that died. I mean, basically, they should have all stuck together the best that they could, and they would have been able to res that troll. But like I said, you're talking about predominantly pub players that don't play a lot together, and his team seems to be just thrown together. I mean, Sinister, man, I hadn't seen him play in a long time, and yet here he is this Sunday playing, and then he's in the tournament with L. I'm assuming LC recruited him. I'm assuming LC recruited all of them, but I mean, hopefully the future tournaments will be better. They'll separate the players out, because this was just a match against the last game. Congratulations, Team Obnoxious, for winning. And, you know, Team Cupcakes, better luck next time. As always, guys, thanks for listening. Play on.